Manifestation and Abundance of Thethahealing. Vayana Manifestation and Abundance course. In Thethahealing, the concept of manifesting is the belief that it is possible to create something within the physical using the power of the Creator of all that is. Every statement, true and action is reflected in what we are manifesting in our lives. Every decision is made on the mirror reflections of what we choose to create. What we think and say has a direct influence on whether our manifestations are for our benefit or our detriment. If you constantly say that you are poor, you will be poor. If you constantly say and you think you are financially abundant, you will be. It is of the utmost importance to remain in a positive state of mind. When deciding what you want to manifest for your life, the biggest challenge is deciding what you truly want. Many people do not know what they want in their life, and for that, they never believe it. Other people believe that their lives lead them and do not direct their lives. These people get carried away and wait to see what happens. The truth is that we are creating our own reality and can manifest the best that the world can offer. However, you must first decide what you want in your life. Manifesting on the theta wave. Being in estado theta to manifest will increase the chances of manifestation to between 80 and 90%. Just talking about something will sometimes manifest that in your life, and the possibility of this happening is between 30 and 40%. Visualizing it increases the possibility to about 50%, but a theta state greatly increases the manifestations. The spoken word is effective between 30 and 40% of the time. Visualization is effective 50% of the time. Manifesting in theta wave is effective between 80 and 90% of the time. Theta wave is the most effective way to manifest. An important aspect to remember when you are making any kind of manifestation is that if the manifestation becomes reality, you will get exactly what you ask for. This is why you should always ask for the best and highest way for your highest good. If you need money, you must be aware of asking for it in the best and highest way. For example, you will not want to receive $10,000 as a claim for an accident insurance policy registered in your name. Following these principles is important for any manifestation in the theta state to ask for abundance. We create our own reality. Think before asking for something. You can simply get it. You are only allowed to manifest in your own life. Be very specific about what you want. Be specific in what you ask for. If you ask for $1 million, specific, you get the best and highest way. You will have to know exactly what you want, word for word, and specify word for word in your prayer of manifestation. Be aware of spoken word and directed thinking, because this can bring manifestations to your life. whether good or bad. What you say and what you think creates your life. Be aware that there may be blockades on some levels in relation to what you want to manifest. If your manifestations do not become reality, the cause could be in programs at the fundamental, genetic, historical, or soul levels. Test for these programs and replace them with the appropriate ones. It assumes that manifestation is created in the current positive sense. Declare, I have this now. Do not ask to be like someone else hater. Ask that you be the best you can be. Many people try to use Thethahealing to program a total economic success without first testing themselves energetically for what may be blocking them. In some cases, these people became disillusioned about not achieving immediate results. In this manual, you will learn to eliminate these possible blockades, to elaborate a plan, to establish your intentions, and to follow up your ideas to be successful. This is not a manual to get rich quickly, but rather it is a universal tool of discovering yourself to use your potential. The following course is divided into two parts. 1. Find your locks and obstacles. 2. Train your mind. This course has been designed to teach you to use Theta Wave of the best and higher way to guarantee yourself success in all aspects of your life. Lockings. To start talking about abundance and how to create it in our lives, it is important that you find what is blocking you. Removing the blocks listed in this manual is the first step towards creating what you want in your life and to help the people around you to get what they want. Remember, locks on abundance rarely have to do with money. The programs and blockades that have to do with money almost never is the bottom belief, which is what keeps you out of the abundance. When you work on yourself or others, the Thethahealing Basic Course Manual and the book will be a very useful and in-depth resource to guide you in finding and releasing the problems listed below. Repeatancy. People often cannot leave behind the thoughts of I should have done, could have done, taught by our society. On many occasions, these emotions or feelings cause the fear to advance by the fear to re-experience these failures or errors. There are many books about living in the now, but physics teaches that what you think about the future creates the now, thus creating our realities. To create using Theta Wave, it is imperative to eliminate these negative emotions and thoughts so that we can manifest and create a future without the fears of the past. It is important as we move forward in life to avoid swings and get caught up in the emotions of an early incident. It eliminates repeatancy, since it only allows you to relive the past, learn from your mistakes, and apply that knowledge to your future to ensure success and abundance. Restrictions. It is part of human nature to compare and recognize what other people have in terms of abundance and what they do to be able to live. However, we must avoid resentments toward others, as this only creates paralysis in your life. If you have resentment towards others for what they have or possess, remember to focus on yourself so that you can get your own abundance. If you have resentments about the past for physical, emotional, or psychological abuse, you must make a conscious effort to forgive and to advance. As with the aspect of repentance, in order to create in the best and highest way using Theta wave, you must be free for these negative emotions. It is difficult to sustain the energy of the seventh plane when you hold resentments. Greed. One of the biggest blockades you can have is coveting what others have. Instead, you must focus on your own life so that you clearly can manifest abundance. Instead of focusing on what others have, do not compete with anyone and focus on your own path of life and your own goals. Remember, there is plenty of money and abundance for everyone. Angry Eden. It is quite common for people to get angry when they have not yet achieved their precise manifestations. This anger is often misdirected towards other people around them, either consciously or unconsciously. When abundance is not achieved, this anger can also focus on the Creator. Our own beliefs hold us back, and rather than blaming the Creator or someone else other than us, it is important to locate this anger or anger programs. Absence of address. Some people cannot have achievements because there is an absence of direction in their life. They may know what they want to create, but they may not be aware that they have the ability to create. Some people have the belief that it is selfish to want something or want things to be better. Remember that waiting is a human characteristic, and denying yourself is wanting to deny yourself, the human being. The Theta healing, we can create what you want and program the emotions and beliefs necessary to allow your subconscious to achieve your goals. I always agree against you. Some of us unknowingly, unconsciously use our partners as a crutch and excuse as to why we have not yet achieved to abundance we desire. This crutch can manifest in your partner because you project in her or his your belief that she or he keeps you away from your goals. Doing job of beliefs in both can help eliminate this blockage. Poor me. The poor me complaint is a genetic excuse to pit and prevent you from achieving your goals. Spending excess. For some people, living within a budget can feel extremely limiting. They may feel compelled to obey it and look for always to control the feeling of being controlled. The result of this is often to spend money before having it, overspending to compensate for feeling handicapped. In a way, these people dig holes of abundance to get out of this. This is also a way to keep the mind buried and the spirit busy with a challenge. Waiting for something nothing. This could be called the new generation syndrome. as many children of the current generation feel that the world wolves them and that no effort is needed to achieve anything. It is inappropriate to ask God for abundance without thinking action, without responsibility, or without accountability. These fundamental and genetic beliefs can be changed to allow for abundance. Drink. We learned from children that it was wrong to take toys from other children, etc. This principle is still vitally important in our adult lives. You must take responsibility for your own actions, avoiding taking what is not yours in your own right. Taking electricity without paying your receipt, taking over someone else's personal space, etc. Some people feel that they simply have to take what they want, where and when they want it, but this will stop the abundance in their lives and will not allow them manifesting Theta to make it a reality, while you get more costs. This is genetic programming. For generations, it has been said that you have to spend money to make money, causing their beliefs to arise. Money is the root of every evil. This is a generational belief designed to make the poor stay poor. Many people fear that money makes them bad or too powerful. Money is simply a form of exchange. It's just numbers. There is a lot of money in the world for everyone. It is not a sin to have money, not to spend. Ego. The human ego, if not controlled or balanced, can cause problems. Some people will put their ego first and pretend to be something they are not, and others, when they allow their ego to control them, yearn to have power over other people. The characteristics of the ego must be worked and changed to manifest the best and highest in life. Require creator proof. A subconscious way to sabotage yourself is to demand proof of the Creator's existence. This refers to those who demand abundance from God in order to prove the very existence of God. In this way of thinking, if abundance does not take place, then and therefore God must not exist. Or if abundance comes to you, then it is for the existence of God. When this way of thinking is carried out, there has already been an inner belief blocking abundance. God is not the root of lack of abundance. To complain. It may seem innocent, or it may just be a habit, but complaining about "I do not have" is programming oneself to not have. You must have aware of the things you say as you undertake to create abundance you desire. Elements to ponder. What are the blockades? One way to find out is to practice the technique to manifest the seventh plane. Follow the guided exercise on the Thethahealing CD that accomplished this manual. We're bringing this Thethahealing of the technique, the manifesting the seventh plane. If money were no problem, where would you live and who would you have? Remember, live without coveting. Exercise to eliminate your blocks. Manifestation of the 7th plan. Following the guided exercise on the Thethahealing CD that accompany this manual. What is the worst that would happen or could happen if you had everything you want? What is the worst that would happen or could happen if you had everything you want? Using the introspection and belief work process that are presented in the basic DNA course, start with the following questions. What will you regret when this happens? How will the people around you react? Use the introspection and belief work processes that are presented in the basic DNA course. We'll bring this DNA course to you. 6. Manifestation and abundance of Thethahealing. List of abundance. Doing simple things in your daily life will help you create your abundance. Below is a list of items that will need to be programmed into yourself so that you have the ability to receive. If you are struggling with a specific aspect of your life as money, if you are struggling with a specific aspect of your life as money, it is a good idea to focus on introspection and belief work in relation to that matter. Establish your intentions. Create a list of things to achieve that you want to achieve. You must explain in each one before moving on to the next one. Go beyond just having things. What will you do after achieving your first set of goals? It always allows your subconscious to go further. Thethahealing is used to change disease and create a healthy reality. In many ways, being poor is a type of illness. Using Thethahealing will also instantly change this ailment. Leave your ego out of this. The Creator is the teacher and the healer, and we are the witnesses to facilitate this from the 7th plane. Big ideas. If you have great ideas, you should make sure your subconscious is able to follow them. If you do not understand or do not have some of this feeling to follow, teach yourself these feelings by programming them from the Creator. Be smart. Be smart is your adventure of creating your life. Take control and create your own life, rather than let it be created for you alone. Know your potential. If you choose to make your abundance through Thethahealing, you must first know your potential. If you are a teacher and you want people to come to your course, and you must take action and promote yourself. First, make good clients. This means that you must be a good reader. Then, these clients will become students in your courses. If you are not being referred to clients or students, get yourself the energy test to find limiting beliefs or lack of feelings, and this will improve your reading and teaching skills. Listen to others, but take care of your space. Do not let others project your anger or your beliefs of failure into yourself. Keep your ideas to yourself and trust only a few people, because others could sabotage a good idea before you start it. Remember, you create for yourself. The seventh plan of existence is all the plans in this way more high. When you use the seventh plane, you need to understand that this will immediately increase your ability to manifest. That is why it is so important to eliminate negativity so that you do not manifest it from the seventh plane. Work with those who are about you. As already mentioned, the people around you affect your energy and your beliefs. Working with your partner and those close to you is important for you to achieve your abundance. Do the energy test on yourself to see if you can only achieve and succeed when you have a conflict or when someone tells you that you cannot. Chant this belief so that you no longer need to develop about negativity and conflict, and you can count on the support of the people around you. As you change your own energy, many people around you will also have the desire to change their energy. However, some people will simply move in different directions. Do not get upset with people who are not yet ready to change. Let them continue their journey and hope that their paths and yours will cross again sometime in the future. In addition, you will need to make sure that you are immune to the negative thoughts and sabotaging beliefs of those around you. When you are open to the abundance of God, God brings you to the people who will help you in your journey. Divine time. Before coming to this life, we made promises to the Creator, which put us in sync with the timely divine moment of this planet. When you live your life in harmony with the timely divine moment, life is easier. With the divine timely moment, you can achieve much more than you can actually imagine. Are you ready to receive all the abundance that the Creator has to give you? If you reject the Creator's abundance, you reject your timely divine moment. The Creator's unconditional love energy brings love, laughter, family, friends, and abundance to those who use it, because the Creator is not poor. The Creator is omnipotent. When you begin to use our birthright, we will not only bring abundance into our own lives, but bring it to those around us as well. In order to be prepared for our timely divine moment, we must eliminate our blocks around things as simple as money. Practice asking the Creator for your own divine timely moment. If you get the answer that you are the only one capable of bringing a secret to the world, your ego is most likely to be interfering. If you see great things beyond yourself, you have no ego. Limits. Before you receive true abundance, you must establish your beliefs and your limits to prevent others from taking your abundance. People often believe that if you have more than what they have, then you owe it them. Set your limits to protect your energy before problems arise, as it is much more difficult to create limits during crises. Always leave a time that is special for you and your family in which do not disturb others. Honesty. The more honest you are with yourself and with others, the sooner you will receive abundance. Remember that we are talking about the definition of honesty of the Creator. Being honest does not mean allowing your ego to put other people underneath in your quest to express yourself. Assume your responsibility. Another secret to abundance is to take responsibility. Make arrangements to pay your bills and do not use what you do not have. Do not overwhelm yourself, but take the steps to make life easier. Running away from your accounts will not help your abundance. It will make you feel more trapped. Put yourself in the shoes of others. Focus not on the companies you pay them for, but rather on the people who work in the company whose leaves hold your account. Would you like someone to run away and not pay you? There are many organizations that are willing to help you restructure your accounts to help you level and advance. Following the golden rules is often the best way to approach the situation. When you have taken something from someone who requires you to pay them, just remember that money is simply an exchange of energy. Be honest if you do not have the money and find ways to return this energy. There are many solutions to keep you assuming your responsibility. If you ask the Creator, you will be shown how to receive your abundance. Generosity. One rule of attaining wealth is to be generous. If you are giving courses, scholarship to some people for courses, if you are abundant, help those around you. This does not mean that you should give everything, but you must live in the energy of helping others achieve their happiness. Practice generosity with yourself. Practice generosity with yourself. Buying something to eat does not mean that you are being generous to yourself. However, buying even every small things for yourself will lead to increased abundance. Reputation. Your reputation precedes you, is the direct reflection of who you treat the people around you. There will always be people whose opinions differ from yours, but if you have a positive reputation, people will always respect you. Do you feel you have a good reputation? Plan. Once you manifest, the universe will give you ideas and plans in which to work. The human mind is ready for action. You can have all the good ideas in the world, but if you do not act, your manifestations do not come true. Sometimes the action is as simple as making a business card. If you act on what is shown to you, your manifestations of abundance will become your reality. Remember your future. There is a belief that intuitive people cannot see their own future. This is not true. Not only can they see their future, but they can also create it. In the mechanistic view of reality, you cannot see your future because it simply has not yet happened. I believe that the past, the present, and the future are the same thing. and that one of them cannot exist independently of the other two. I believe that we live in all three at once, and just as we can remember our past, we can also remember the future. Look, I believe there is a part of our consciousness that is beyond the past, the present, and the future. And this part is the self-God. Self-God, the spark of creation that is within us all to change reality. If you connect with the seventh floor creator and ask him to remember your future, you can see it clearly. This requires practice. In many cases, the intuitive person tries to make the future as he wants without considering those around him. This practice is carried out by intuitive people who believe they can perform acts, ability to send thoughts to another person in order to hurt or control their life. This is an action of the first plan, or this is an action of the 50 plan. This is an action of the 50 plan and goes against the law of free will. A good intuitive person is always immune to the negative thoughts of others and can easily realize that he or she is creating everything in she life, and in doing so is aware of the lives of others. There are several ways to remember your future. One way is to rise the Creator and ask Him to be both to the law of time, where the Akashi records are to see your perceived future. I prefer to ascend to the Creator of all that is and stand in the corner of the universe where you can see your past, your present, and your future at a time with added advantage. Once you connect to the seventh plane, you can see the perceived future and simply change it. Or better yet, just create it. Next, elements to ponder, page 10. Elements to ponder. What areas on the abundance list give you more trouble? What kind of planning would work for you? Will you be able to confirm your wealth list when you reach your goals? Exercise. How to remember your future. Imagine, climb to the seventh plane. Give the order. Creator of all that is. He commands. Asks him to see and remember my future. Thank you. It is done. It is done. Done it is. Remember in silence and observe. Imagine glimpse on the seventh plane. Give the order. Creator of all that is. He commands, asks him to see and remember my future. Thank you. It is done. It is done. Done it is. Remember in silence and observe. This will take you to the sixth plane of existence, in the outer corner of the universe. This is where the law of cause and effect resides. This is where you can see what your actions have created in your life up to this point, both in the future and in the past. Stay there a moment and watch as you see what look like two mirrors at your sides, and you can see the whole past and the whole future. You can also order to go to the Akashic records, but if you go to the law of cause and effect, you can go and change what you are creating. The law of cause and effect overlaps with the law of time, which in turns overlaps with the Akashic records. See there and see what you are creating in your life. In the next class, we will teach you how to manifest changes in your future. Of course, all you have to do is remember your future. The Creator will take you to the law of cause and effect without having to specify where you can see your future. How to see your future. Follow the exercise as it is presented in the basic DNA manual given to you in the basic DNA course. Manifestation and abundance of Thethahealing. 11. House rules, tasks of the objects. To begin to train your mind for success, you must first start with yourself, then go on with your family and friends, and then with your community. To start with yourself, you must include your house. In much the same way you programmed feelings in yourself, now we will teach you to use the animate and inanimate things around you to help you. Step 1. Your house is a reflection of you. If your house is full of things, then your mind is full of things. If the cover of your desk, your refrigerator, or your tables is crowded, or you have small children, or is a sign of too much burden on your body and your life. This is a product of the feeling you have of carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Clean your house and clean your mind. When you clean things around you, you make room for abundance. For example, whenever we clean our naturopath path store, more customers are immediately arriving. Get rid of things you have in your house that you do not want. Do not keep gifts there just because someone gave them to you. If you do not like something, get rid of it. Do not store clothes that you do not intend to use again. Remove things that do not serve you from your home. This does not mean that you have to buy new furniture, but you must find things that you like and that make you feel comfortable. Step 2. As taught in the Advanced DNA course, all the plans work together. Things hold negative and positive thoughts, but if you charge them with a purpose, you will only let them conserve the energy to achieve this purpose. You will reflect that purpose back, giving you a safe haven to reload your mind. So, make things at home work for you. In that state, you can infuse a condensed thought into every important item in your house to load it with intentions. Examples. 1. The table of your dining room should be loaded so that there is always plenty of food, and so that whoever eats at the table is satisfied. 2. Your walls should allow you to feel safe. 3. Your chair should be loaded to be inviting and comfortable. 4. Statues and stones may reflect the sacred, projecting abundance, etc. 5. The bed should be loaded to be comfortable, to love, to rest, and to play. 6. The pictures must be loaded to nourish, honor, or inspire, depending on the theme. 7. The sculptures should be loaded with the appreciation of beauty, majesty, and power. Exercise of the house. Load all the objects in your house and your space with the desired intentions. Programming. I know the Creator's definition of what He feels and how. To know the difference between the divine timely moment and my imagination. Be smart. Listen to others. Accept all the abundance that the Creator has saved for me. I accept all the abundance that the Creator has saved for me. Assume the responsibility, setting limits in my time. Save time for my family and for me. Be generous, to be honest. Be impeccable with my word. Understanding the power of the intention. Identify the difference between my thoughts and the thoughts of others. Discipline me to have achievements. Being close to God and still having money. Be thankful. See how abundant I am already. Living my life without blaming my mother or my father. Living my life without blaming my mother or my father or myself. Living my life with abundance is second nature. To know that there is always a solution. Have creative solutions. Be abundant in the future. Abundance Course Beliefs. Questionnaire. At the start of this course, you were asked to fill out a questionnaire that relates to the different belief systems. These belief systems are fundamental, genetic, and historical beliefs. You can find a broader explanation of these levels and how to work with them in Chapter 11 of Thethahealing, which begins on page 62. So you can understand where some of these blocks come from. To the right side, the level of belief. Some of these beliefs are saved on more than one level, which is why when on the second morning of the course the energy test of the response was done, you may have noticed a variation in the way you originally answered the questions. These questions have given us the beginning for the process of introspection, as presented in Chapter 14 of the Thethahealing book that begins on page 84. 1. I fall victim to the disease of greed, genetics. 2. I am controlled by the illusion of power, fundamental, genetic. 3. I have to have more than anyone in my family, genetics. 4. It is wrong to have more than my family. Genetics. 5. Identify the difference between my thoughts and those of others. Fundamental, genetic, and historical beliefs. 6. Identify the difference between my fear of success and that of my partner. Fundamental belief. 7. I have to save every penny I get. Fundamental and genetic. 8. I have to spend every penny you get. Fundamental and genetic. 9. I have to be punished for mistakes in the past. Karma. Fundamental, genetic, and historical. 10. The more I earn, the more I spend. Genetic. God hates me. Genetics. 11. God hates me. Genetics. Stop it. 12. God is pushing me. Genetics and historical. 13. My partner is against my manifestations. Fundamental and historical. 14. Identify the difference between the voice of the Creator on my own ego. Fundamental. 15. I have to have terrible problems in order to solve them. Genetics. 16. I have to work for someone else. Genetics. 17. I cannot rise my social status in life. Genetics and historical. 18. I am poor and proud to be one. Genetics and historical. 19. Rich people are driven by greed. Genetics and historical. 20. The rich are my enemies. Genetic and historical. 21. If I become rich, I will lose my friends and family. Genetic and historical. 22. If God loved me, God would make me rich. Fundamental and genetics. 23. To succeed, you have to be able to pass over others. Fundamental, genetic, and historical. 24. No one wants me to become rich. Genetics and historical. 25. If I get rich, everyone will accept me. Genetic and historical. 26. If I tell people that I cannot pay my bills, they will hurt my family or me. Generic and historical. 27. The collectors frighten me. Fundamental and genetics. 28. Responsibility scares me. Fundamental. 29. There is no one to help me. Fundamental. 13. People use me. Fundamental and genetics. 31. I am the scapegoat. Fundamental. 32. To be close to God, I have to be poor. Genetics and historical. 33. I fear the burden of success. Fundamental and generics. 34. It works for everyone except me. Fundamental and generics. 35. It is wrong to change money for services. Genetics. 36. I feel guilty when people compensate me for my time. Generics and historical. 37. I know how to assume my responsibilities. Fundamental. 38. I know how it feels to have all my bills fully paid. Fundamental, genetics. 39. I know what I want. Fundamental. 40. I know what I will do with millions of dollars. Fundamental. 41. Thinking about a lot of money scares me. Fundamental and generics. 42. I can see how abundant I am already. Fundamental. 43. People drive me crazy. Fundamental and generic. 44. I find something bad in every person I know. Fundamental and generics. 45. I can live my life without gossip. Fundamental. 46. It's my father's fault. Fundamental and generics. 47. If I succeed, my children will want everything. Fundamental and generics. 48. If I succeed, my parents will want everything. Fundamental and generics. 49. For me, success is money. Fundamental. 50. For me, success in the family. Fundamental. Genetics. 51. I am a lousy father, a terrible mother. Fundamental. 42. I'm terrible with money. Fundamental. 43. I am a fast food pichacateiro. Fundamental. 44. I know where my money is going. Fundamental. 45. I would rather buy food for material goals. Genetics. 46. I would rather buy clothes than things for my house. Fundamental. 57. I care what people think of me. Fundamental, generic, and historical. 48. People owe me things. Fundamental and generics. Life owes me. Fundamental and generics. 60. I do not care about hard work, but I never get anywhere. Genetics. 61. I want someone else's life. Fundamental. 62. I want someone else's body. Fundamental. 63. I plan things, but they never get noticed. Fundamental and generics. 64. I know how to advertise myself. Fundamental. 65. My opinion matters. Fundamental, genetic, and historical. 66. I came from a long series of poor people. Genetics. 67. I came from a long series of successful people. Generics. 68. I hate money. Genetics. 69. Money is a nuisance to me. Fundamental. 70. I like my reputation. Fundamental. 71. I know how to make other people aware of their importance to God. Fundamental. 72. I know how to build my reputation. Fundamental. 73. I pay my bills. Fundamental. 75. I know how to use my credit. Fundamental. 75. I am married to God. Genetics. 76. It is bad to have material possessions. Genetics and historical. 77. If I become rich, I will worship money. Genetics and historical. 78. If I become rich, I will forget God. Genetics and historical. 79. I am destined to be poor. Fundamental, genetic, and historical. 80. It is more difficult for a rich man to enter heaven. Genetics. 81. It's everyone else's fault. Fundamental, genetics. 82. I'm afraid I will make more money than my spouse. Fundamental. 83. I have to make everyone happy. Genetics. 84. To please my parents, I have to fail. Fundamental. 85. To please my parents, I have to be successful. Fundamental. 86. My brothers will hate me if I have more than them. Fundamental. 87. My friends will hate me if I have more than them. Fundamental. 88. I'm honest with myself. Fundamental. 89. I'm honest with those around me. Fundamental. 90. I have to go through hard times to be rich. Genetics and historical. 91. I have to go through difficult times to be happy. Genetics and historical. 92. The Creator wants me to be happy. Fundamental, genetic, and historical. 93. The Creator has already decided that I will be poor. Fundamental. 94. I can only be abundant in my next life. Fundamental. 96. I can achieve abundance in this life. Fundamental. 96. I have to save the world. Fundamental. 97. I have to save my family. Fundamental and genetics. 98. Life is supposed to be difficult. Fundamental in generics. 99. Everything I've been taught in my life matters. Fundamental, genetic, and historical. 100. If life is easy, what I have suffered does not count. Genetics. Next, exercise on page 19. Exercise. I'm stuck. How this works for me. Exercise. How to create your future from the 7 plan. Things you can do every day. Bless your money. Establish your intention in your money and credit card because it is only a form of exchange. Put your intention that your money comes back to you multiplied by 3 to 10 times each time you spend it. It's done. Always carry some money in your pocket. Your subconscious will think there is a lot and it will bring you more. It's done. I accept it. I receive it. I am open to leave it. Always leave a little food on your plate. By doing this, you will train your subconscious that you always have more of what you need. With just this little technique, you can change the structure of the belief. I always have only what I need. This will help you keep your life flowing in a positive direction. Prepare the payment of your accounts, but do not send it until you have it. Doing this causes your subconscious to know that you want to pay your bills, and so create it for you. Saying, I choose all the money I need to pay my bills. This is my choice, and I believe that all money I need came to me easily. I'm open to receive. Not can close to me for it. I destroy all blockades about it in all my life and time, space, dimension. It's done, done it is. Practice, create on the 7th plan and act. The universe will give you many opportunities. And this was a little bit about the Theta Healing. Manifest an abundance.